Good evening. Happy Monday. Welcome to Creations by Julie. I'm Julie, and Ed is behind the camera tonight to catch any questions that you might have. When you hop on, let us know you're here. You might have. When you or where. That's just going to be a thing, y'all. That tells me he's on. Is it the right one? We know that we're live?
Yeah.
Okay, let me find it on my phone. Of course, I'll have to turn mine down.
Maria Francisco
Again.
says hello.
Hi, Maria. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to put mine over here. And between the two of us, hopefully we can catch any questions that you might have tonight. If you're new to my page, be sure and put hashtag new and let us know where you're from. I'd love to come back and give you a proper welcome. For those of you that are here all the time, welcome back, and I really appreciate all of you. Tonight is Monday, therefore we're going to draw from our blessing bag, and y'all, the bag has got a lot of names in it tonight because it's actually been 4 lives. But our thank you gift for last week and the week before is going to be the Craft Club kit for August from Magnolia Design. And if you didn't see it before, it's a full-size apron. I mean, it's a big apron, and it's white, cream, a pack of black ink, a squeegee, your instructions. There's a full sheet of instructions. It also gives a QR code. This is the package that the apron's going to go back in. It gives a QR code for you to go watch a video of someone making the apron, and then this exclusive transfer that's just in the craft kit. It says Baker's Gonna Bake. I saw in the last couple of weeks several creators that have put their own spin on it, and they've added pockets and ruffles. So if you're a seamstress, there's all kinds of things you can do to this apron. And it was really cute. But that's our thank you gift for the last 2 weeks. And I'm going to draw a name out of the bag in a minute. Ed?
Deborah C. Haskell, hello from Grifford, New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Welcome, Deborah. Appreciate you being here. So that's the first thing we're going to do is draw a name out of our blessing bag. Then we start all over tonight. I have a new thank you gift for this week. And to be eligible for the thank you, to get your name in this bag, all you have to do is when I tell you what the mystery word is, put in hashtag and then whatever the word I tell you. And it's different every week. And we'll be doing some different things. And then I go through, we draw every Monday, and I go through Monday morning or Monday about noon and go through all the lives. And if you have put hashtag mystery word, then your name is written down and put in this bag. And that's how we pick our winners. All right, let me get just one piece of paper out of here. Put my glasses on. Brenda Bracken. Oh, I got paint on me. Brenda Bracken is the winner of the thank you gift. And I'm pretty sure I have Brenda's address, but I'll double check. But if you see Brenda hop on, be sure and tell her congratulations. That's a nice apron from Magnolia Design. If you're not familiar with Magnolia Design, I did put my website link at the top of this video. When we're done or whatever, go over there and check it out. They are a company that sells reusable stencils, chalk paste, chalk inks, surfaces. They just have a ton of stuff. And they also have a craft kit, which is what the apron was for August. Your craft kit, you sign up for 3 months. You can cancel after 3 months, but you commit to 3 months once you sign up. And I wouldn't, unless you just really want the apron, don't sign up now. Wait and sign up September 1st for the new Craft Club kit, which we don't know what it is yet. If you really want the apron, then you can sign up now. But once you sign up, it renews on the same day you sign up. Sorry, y'all. So yours would renew on the 22nd. So you would be getting your Craft Club kit at the end of the month. But normally when it's a seasonal thing, they're a month or two ahead of time. So even if you want the apron though, you still can sign up for that craft club. It's $27.99. I think it's still $5 shipping. They just had to go up for the month of September. August, I believe you can still get it for $24.99. Sorry, all of a sudden I've got dust in my throat. Ed must be fanning something over there, stirring up the dust in my house. But you get a different kit every month, and you get everything in that box that you need to make that project for that month. We've had anything from dish towels to the apron to what are some other things we've had? Several of the little, yeah, we had a tote bag. We had, I still can't think of the name of them, the little things that had the tassels and the beads, a bead tassel, I guess. But we've had some cute things. I will not know what September is going to be until probably next week.
Carrie Marie says hello.
Hi, Carrie. Okay, so Brenda Bracken won our little thing for last week, our apron. So
Last 2 weeks.
yeah, we went 2 weeks on that one because it's a pretty nice kit. So tonight I'm going to try something that I have not used before, I have not tried, and you are going to be able to see if it's as easy as they say. I have watched people do it, but I've never tried it. Not with these particular transfers. I have done some transfers in the past. I did a couple last Christmas on some porch boards, big transfers. But we're going to see how easy it is. And these are brand new for Magnolia Design. This is the first set, and it's actually fall. Hey, Pat. Hadn't talked to you in a while. Pat's a new member of my Magnolia team. Okay, so these are the transfers. Right now they're out of stock, and I knew they would be a sellout, so I ordered like at midnight the night that they became available so that I could get one to give away. So that is what you're going to get for this week. So, of course, your mystery word is transfer. So put hashtag transfer to get your name in our box. But it's all these different pumpkins. So you don't have to paint. You just cut around what you want, and I'm going to show you how to rub it on wood. And you can put them on glass. You could put it on a candle vase or flower vase, or I love this one with a stacked pumpkin. And then a few extra leaves or one pumpkin by itself. But this is their first one. They will have one. I have seen it, but it's not available yet for Christmas with vintage Santa on it.
Linda Kirkendall says hello.
Hello, Linda. Nice to have you here. Okay, so this is what I bought, these little, and I don't know if they're called cheese boards or bread boards.
I'd say the mini cutting board.
What is the thing to where people put different cheeses and stuff on it? A charcuterie something, I can't even pronounce it, but that's what they're calling them. But to me, it's a breadboard, cheese board. I did get them in Hobby Lobby. Right now, I think these are in the fall section, so they're $3.99. So right now they have 50% off. So you can pick up these little boards for $2, and they're perfect for like the dough bowls, your tier trays. Yeah. Charcuterie. Anyway, so we're going to do one of them, but you are going to get one with your transfer. That's what the thank you gift is for this week. Hashtag transfer. But I'm going to try this. I'm not going to paint the board. I'm not going to stain the board. I want to see what it looks like just on the wood.
Sand for the sprinkle.
And I'm also going to do one a little bit larger. I think I had ordered this. I don't think it's a Magnolia Design one. I think I had ordered it from somebody else. So we're going to play with this one too. And I'm actually going to stencil a word on this one. So I better do this one first to give it time to dry. And like I said, I want to see what they look like just on the light wood. So I think I want to do the wheelbarrow. So what you're going to do, and you don't take off the backing before you cut it. So y'all remember, hadn't done this before, but I think we're just going to go and cut around what I want. Now I do know once you take the backing off, make sure you know where you want to put it, because I don't think they come up very easy. Once it's stuck down, it's stuck down. And what we're doing actually is transferring this picture onto our wood. So let's set that over there. And the whole thing's going to fit. My board's a little lopsided, but that's okay. And they may include them later, but right now you don't get any kind of stick or anything to rub on. I know some companies do furnish you with a tool, but they say just use a regular popsicle stick. I have a popsicle stick, but I also have one of these that actually came with another thing from a different company. So I may try it and see how it works too, but we'll see. I'm going to use a popsicle stick first, because that's what they tell you to use. So we're going to see. And I want to save room to put a word up here, and then we're going to do a messy bow. But I have a suggestion for you if you didn't want to do that. All right, we'll see. Peels off very easy. We're just taking that backing piece off and lay it aside, because we're going to use the shiny side of this to burnish this on a little bit. So, okay, so it's real sticky where the picture is. It's not sticky down here where you don't have a picture. So, and I think I don't know if I peeled off a little piece of my, hang on. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but the wheel right there, I lost it. It's probably under my nail, but evidently I touched it. So don't be feeling around the back of it like I did, because you will pull off the picture. That's how sticky it is. So I want to make sure I have this kind of down towards the bottom. And I think that's good. I kind of centered the pumpkins, and I'm going to take it and just kind of mash on it. That's why they're called transfer. It's being transferred from this sticky paper onto your wood. You could paint this, you could stain this, and then all you need to do is you do a little at a time, start in one spot, and you're putting a good bit of pressure, because you want to push that picture into the wood. And you can kind of see where it starts to lift. Well, it doesn't really lift. The paper on top lifts. So we're going to see how quick and easy this is. And if it turns out to be a mess, then we'll figure out the right way to do it.
You sound like me with the
It's like, if this doesn't work right, then we'll read the instructions. But it's supposed to be pretty easy. And then I know you want to lift it slowly, because you can always lay it back down and see it's on the wood. And I haven't pushed that much. So I'm just going to keep doing what I was doing. And I am pushing a little hard, but you can use these on glass, and they've got such pretty colors to them. And if you see a part that stays stuck to this top paper, then you just lay it back down. All right, there's my pumpkin. So far, so good. I don't see any that has stuck to my paper. And like I said, they have one. I've seen pictures of it that they're going to put out for Christmas that has like vintage Santa and some angels, And I'm hoping they put out one every month, but this is their very first one. Right now it is sold out on the website. They say they're going to get them back in a couple of weeks, which is why I ordered, I think I ordered 4, not sure. Of course, I didn't want to order too many because I didn't want to be greedy. All right, let's see. So far, if you want to hold it up, you can. But you really can kind of see when it turns loose from this top paper. It gets a lighter color. Very easy. There we go. That's how quick it was.
Back it up to one a little bit there.
All right, have they got a good shot of it?
Yeah, I'm zoomed in.
Okay. Now, what you want to do, and it's really pretty, and it looks fine on this light wood. It would be pretty painted cream. Your pumpkin might not show up quite as much. All right, so just to be on the safe side and make sure it is stuck, you want to take that paper that you pulled off, and on the shiny side, the shiny side, you want to just put it on the top, and I think they call this burnishing, I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm just pushing it
And Travis says love it.
into the wood. Now, if you wanted to take stencils and write the word fall, I had thought this size, one thing you could do with a board this size is to make it to where it would be a, this is just to make sure you get all the edges and there's not a piece of it sticking up. But I mean, it feels really good. Okay. One thing you could do is take a clothespin. Now, I would paint the clothespin or maybe try to find one just a little bit smaller. All I had were regular clothespins and some that were maybe a 1/2 inch, which is totally too small. But you could make it like a recipe holder and prop it up in your kitchen by just putting like a clothespin here in the center to where you could put your recipe card right there. But I'm going to decorate it with a word and put a bow on it. So let's do our word first. I would say that was pretty easy. You know, very quick too. All right. Any of our smaller rolling pin words or anything like that, I just pulled these out because I think I'm going to use thankful. But I have grateful, blessed, and then I pulled this one from the Farmhouse Minis, and it says made with love, and it would fit across there, which would be really cute if you're going to use it for a recipe holder thing. But I think I'm just going to use the word thankful. But these are more of our stencils. Okay. And it's sticky. I've used this one quite a few times because I did pumpkins. So I don't think, I mean, I don't have paint on here, so I don't think I need to fuzz it or anything. But you could put it on your clothes even. You don't have to have anything special because I didn't bring my fuzzing cloth in here. And I want to have it down a little bit because I'm going to put a bow right there. So let me just put it on here. Try to get it to where it's straight. I think that's straight. I'm going to do a real thing as far as measuring, just with my fingers here. Yeah, that's close. Okay, so just get any bubbles out of it. And I'm going to use brown. If I don't like it, I have some green. You can shadow these words, like wash your stencil after doing the brown and then put it back over it with white or green or something like that to make it stand out. But this is our paste. I know it's paste because the lid is black. The ink, your lid is white. So, and if you don't, I haven't used this brown in quite a while, so when I opened it earlier, it was pretty chalky, because it's chalk paste. So if you get it and it's not as thin as you want it, you just want to spray a little bit of water in it, and then just stir it really well. This is not quite the consistency of yogurt, but since I'm just doing a little bitty word, I think it'll be fine. So I'm just going to give it a good stir. And then I just have a little squeegee here. You don't want to press too hard.
Brenda Bracken said good evening.
Hi, Brenda. You won the apron kit, so I will be sending that to you. Pretty sure I still have your address. If I don't, I'll message you on Facebook and get it. Okay, so you press lightly. You don't need to push too hard, because, and if your paste is too thin, then it will run under your stencil, and you don't want that. And then you take off the excess, put it back in your jar.
She said, really? I'm so excited.
Yeah, you did. We had a lot of names in the bag this week.
Tina Marie Beals just saw you live. I'm new to your live.
Thank you, Tina. Where are you from? Appreciate you being here. All right, now the peel and reveal. So we're going to pull that. All right, there's what we have so far. And I did not normally, if I was going to do more than one stencil, I would have a tub of water over here. But I'm just going to hand this to Ed, tell him to run water over the ink part, and put it sticky side up on the counter somewhere. And I will wash it really well after my live. But that's what we have so far. Okay, we use the rub-on stencil transfers. They're called rub-on transfers, and one of the stencils that just says thankful. And I'm going to make a bow to go up here, but I want this to be fully dry. I did not stain this board. I wanted to see, you know, what they looked like on stuff that had not been stained. So while that's drying, we're going to pick another and I'm going to put it on this board. I want it on this side because of the, you could do both sides, but right now I'm just going to pick out one and put it on this side. And I'm going to find what I want to go on there. I think I want these pumpkins that are 3. I wonder if one of my words will fit across there. Let's see. See if I have, see if blessed. It will, so I think I'll do that. Let's see how high these, I like the pumpkins, so I'm just going to cut around the pumpkins. These are brand new transfers from Magnolia Design. So I'm going to cut around my 3 pumpkins.
Tina Miles says she's from California.
Well, welcome. Are y'all still really dry? I'm telling you what, we're in Texas and it's been so dry, but we have gotten some rain, but nothing like what Dallas got last night or the night before last. There's floods. Okay, so I'm just...
Linda Kirkendall said she likes it on a plain board.
I do too. I think it's really pretty and kind of a rustic look. All right, let's see. That might go over the stem of my pumpkin just a little bit.
Tina says it's very dry in California.
Oh, but I think I'm going to go with it anyway. So I'm going to start my pumpkin way down here. So I'm going to find a place to where I can get the paper off. First one came off really easy, but it was a corner. And I've got this one cut fairly close. And I don't want to touch anything and pull it loose from this sheet. So I'm just going to take this. And they're kind of crooked anyway, so we'll kind of place it at the bottom, right at the bottom. You even could go off the edge a little bit. But this is a great size to put in your kitchen window, on the windowsill, a tiered tray, a dough bowl. Okay, so I'm just pressing it down, and then I'm going to take my popsicle stick, and then I'm just going to start here at the bottom and just start pushing. I would say it's pretty easy, especially if you kind of do the first few with kind of smaller transfer. And just don't get in a big hurry. Make sure it's loose from that top paper. And then pull it up slow, because you can now see there a little bit of my pumpkin, but it's still on there. Let's see if I can get it on there. I wondered about these little bitty vines and stems, how they would do. But we're going to see.
Barbara Rosecrans wants to know where the board come from.
Hobby Lobby in the fall section. And fall is 50% off right now. The smaller ones you can get for $2. The larger one that I just did, I think I ordered it from somewhere like Craft Deals, or there's another wood thing that person that cuts out wood. It doesn't have a tag on it, so I'm not positive where it came from. I've had it a while. But you can buy larger ones at Target and Hobby Lobby, Walmart. You could even do this on a glass cutting board, one of the small plastic cutting boards from Dollar Tree. Yeah.
Deborah Haskell said good night, 3:45 comes early.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. You can come back and watch the replay, Deborah. Yeah, I'd hate to think if I had to get up at 3:45. We're retired, so we don't even like to set a alarm. Okay, so all I'm doing is pushing and then just peeling it up slow, because if any of it stays on this top piece of paper, then I just lay it back down. Okay, so far so good. I haven't rubbed on the white one much. Let me make sure I get all of this, especially the edges. But they do come off pretty easy. That's good. And I'm sure they've tested their products.
Brenda Bracken says Buddy is my alarm. That's the dog.
Yeah, he wants. See, this I went over just a little bit right there on the bottom, but that's okay. I wanted more room up here. All right, so now that it's on there, I'm going to take. You could use either one probably, but I'm going to take the white part of the paper that was on the back, and I'm just rubbing over to make sure all the edges are down and are not going to catch on anything.
She says he's always too early.
Yeah, I like it if we can stay in the bed till 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
All our dogs are gone now. So.
Yeah, they both passed away. Ed's been begging for another dog, but I'm not ready. I do not want a puppy. Do not want to do that.
Linda Kirkendall says she's got some old cutting boards just like that, maybe from the 80s. Do you think they'll work?
I'm sure they would. The only thing I would suggest is you kind of need a smooth surface. These are pretty smooth. And if it's an old cutting board, it might kind of have a rough surface, and the transfers may not want to stick down in the little things. So I would just feel and maybe sand. If your boards need it, sand it a little bit first before you try to put them on there.
Miss Brenda, you're not helping my cause any. She said, don't get one.
See? All right, that's just as smooth as it can be. So can y'all see that one? This is a perfect size for, like I said, a windowsill. And I don't think it'll stand up on its own. You'd have to prop it or hang it. It's got the little, it's almost like a leather tag. But we're going to use the same brown on this one and use the word blessed. And I might hit the stem just a little bit because I have to make sure I get all my bee on there. So it's going to overlap the stem just a little bit.
She said, don't get a puggle, too much energy. I had a German short hair. He was pretty energetic.
See, Ed's not to where he could walk a dog, a big dog, and exercise a big dog right now. All right, I'm going to use my same squeegee. This would be pretty done in orange too. Really any color, white, black, cream. I just thought brown would stand out really well. Now, I will let these sit, and tomorrow I will spray them with my acrylic spray. And that would kind of seal your transfer on there too. Okay. Here's this one. My blessed might be just a tad crooked, but I'm okay with that because my D is down a little bit further than my B. And see, it touched the stem of the pumpkin, but that's okay. Now, what I probably would do with this one is just take jute. I would probably just take some jute, or you could take some pretty ribbon, lace or whatever, and I would probably just wrap. I'm not going to right now, but I would probably do something maybe thinner than this jute. And I would just wrap the handle with jute, probably. Maybe put a little bow there with the jute, but I probably would do thinner with this one. Or just put a bow or some raffia. But let's go back to our larger one. Okay. So you see, I still have this leaf here too, but I still have all this other sets of pumpkins that I can put on something. So it's a pretty good deal for the price they have on them. And you know, I'm not positive about the price. I think maybe $12 or something like that. I'm not positive though. Don't quote me on that. But they're a lot of fun, and they are very easy and very simple, and you can see very pretty colors. I mean, and you wouldn't know that wasn't painted on there. Okay, so this one we're going to make a messy bow, and I just brought a bunch of ribbon out here, and I need to cut a little bit of jute to tie it with. So I didn't drag out my thing with all my fall stuff in it. So I have this brown ribbon. This is a pretty orange ribbon, but it'll be okay for a messy bow, but it's real thin. But I've got those two big ones, and then I've got these two shades of orange. And then I have some little ribbons. I have this one, which I think that would be pretty. And then I have this one, but I'm not real sure about it. It's so white. And then I have like some cream lace, and I have some raffia. So we're just going to get started and just kind of play with I don't want a huge bow. And a messy bow is just several strips and then tied together and fluffed out. It's not like your bows that you put a loop on and stuff. So I'm going to start, I better start with the orange because it's it's the wider. But I'm not sure how it would work for a base on the bow. We'll see. You know, that's what crafting is. Just experimenting with stuff, and you do it the way you like it. If you just want a raffia bow on there, go for it. I'm probably going to cut this one, let's see, about 8 inches, and I'm going to do 2 of them. I always do at least 2 of every color, so that you've got 1 on each side. And I don't dovetail the ends until I know the length for sure that I want them. So I'm going to do 2 brown. And then I'm going to do maybe 2 of the darker orange. And I don't think there's a set number of strips that you have to do. You can make this type of bow with fabric if you want to do strips of fabric. And I'm sure I'll have to cut out a good bit because I don't want it that long. Then I'm going to do 2 of this one. Whoop. That's why they call it a messy bow, because you're just going for it.
Brenda Bracken says, have you seen the candy cane from DT wrapped with chunky yarn and then cut ribbon 3 inches and add the candy cane?
Cut ribbon to 3 inches? Are you talking about where you do wrap the chunky yarn around the ribbon and leave a little bit? I want to do one a candy cane looking like that. I'm not sure I'm getting what you're talking about, the 3 inches. I haven't seen too many people doing Christmas stuff yet. I haven't searched for too much Christmas other than some little Christmas trees and stuff that we're going to play with. Okay. And I think I want some of the lace. I changed my mind. I think I have a whole box of those candy cane forms out there.
Candy cane from DT wrapped with chunky yarn, then cut ribbon 3 inches and add up candy cane. Count 2 rows, put ribbon, count 4 for the other ribbon.
Yes.
To go underneath it, and repeat, then glue ribbon in place.
Yes. In fact, we're doing a wreath using that method on Thursday this week. I'm going to use a black and white check ribbon and a black chunky yarn. Sorry. And you would do the candy cane the same way that I'm going to show how to do the wreath.
Sorry, I didn't read where it said more.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes you have to push on that.
Yeah.
All
She told
right.
me to finish reading it.
We got to keep him straight. But now I look for these transfers to come back maybe next week or the next. And if y'all want to just save my website, I'll try to let you know when they're back. But you can always just save my website and stalk the website till it shows that they're back. They would be listed. I don't think this is the first one they've got, so they might be in a thing by themselves. But you can always do shop by category, click on the new items, and then I know they're there under new items. They're just out of stock right now. But I knew when I saw them that they would be out of stock. Okay, let's kind of start building our bow. So we're just gonna, where's my string I cut? There it is. because I'm going to tie it with the jute. So we're going to kind of make X's with our ribbon. This ribbon's awful. Sorry, but do you see the wire just sliding out of that? Guess that's why I have almost a whole row of it, because it's not great ribbon. That one's coming out the side of the ribbon. Wonder where I got that. Oh, the thing's gone. It was probably on sale somewhere. It is a pretty color, but it's not good ribbon. Okay, so we're going to do this, and then I'm going to do the darker orange, and then I'm going to do the brown, and I'm just doing X's, and then I'm going to do this orange, and then I'm going to do a little raffia. I think I'm going to do it both ways. That'll be interesting to try to get it the right length and lay here, but that's okay. That's why it's called a messy bow. And then I'm going to do this and this, this and this. Okay. And then I'm just going to take my jute and kind of scrunch these together where I have a center. Pull it around to where I can actually flip it over and tie it in the back. And then I'm just going to tie this really tight, and then we'll spread them apart.
Back and say Kraftmack did the candy cane and a sign using a round frame. It was beautiful.
Yeah, is that the lady that does a lot of lives at Home Goods? And I think she has a shop, because every time she goes live at her place, there's just tons of ribbon and stuff behind her. And I mean, of the same color, so she has to sell it. Okay. I thought that would be long enough, because I mean, you can always hot glue it, but I was going to tie it. So let me get a longer piece, because I still want to tie it in case I decide to change things up. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people doing the wreath with the chunky yarn and ribbon. And I need to look for a sign, because my idea is to do the wreath, put a sign like for fall that matches, but then have it where you can remove the sign and use the black and white wreath year round. That's my thinking. All right, let me cut these. But I think that's what she goes by. She does a lot of lives when she goes to Home Goods.
Brenda says she doesn't sell the ribbon except in kits, but she makes signs. They are beautiful.
Yeah. I tell you, there's so many places now to buy signs and stuff, and they're coming out with all this new stuff, and it's kind of like Lori at Unique in the Creek. Always something brand new coming out that you think you got to have, and I'm like, stop, I got to quit. I got to use what I got. But I always find something new and better that you got to have. Okay, I'm going to cut one side, and then we'll see. Because I don't want it to go out much further than the edge.
She says, I hear you. I think that's about to use what you got.
Yep. But I sure want all the new stuff.
I want a new dog too.
Yeah, I know who'll end up taking care of the dog, though. Because you'll be in bed asleep and that dog's going to want out. Going to want to be walked.
Barbara Rosecrans said Monkey did one today on a UTIC board and put a clock in the center.
I haven't watched any videos today. I'm probably going to take some of these transfers and kind of put them on a glass or just a candle. Especially, well, if you didn't plan to burn the candle. Okay. I think I'm just going to trim the ends now. So what has y'all's weather been like? Lace pumpkins, Carrie. Oh, I bet those are pretty. Yep, it's getting to be that time of year. I told Ed the other day looking at our fireplace thing, and I said, well, are you ready to start doing, and we'll start doing pumpkins, and that the fireplace will be covered with pumpkins pretty soon. But now this week I'm not doing any pumpkins. Well, other than these, because we're going to do that wreath on Thursday. It seems to be the craze, and I don't even know what they're calling it, what kind of wreath they're calling it, but they are cute. Okay, I may trim that a little bit more.
Well, Barbara Rosecrans says it's rainy all day in New York. Carrie Marie says cloudy and humid here.
I don't think we've gotten any rain here today, have we?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Linda Bracken says it's going to get back in the 90s. And Linda Kirkendall says it's a beautiful day in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
That's one state I've never been to.
Not even when you took Brad to
No.
North Dakota. Where'd you take him? South Dakota.
It'd be kind of out of the way to go to Minnesota.
From there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trimming up things just a little bit. There was one couple there I'd forgotten, and I want them shorter. I don't know what the temperature got to today, but no rain so far, but they say it's coming. Okay. I just didn't want to put a glob of glue on here, but I think I'm going to just tie the bow to this one, unless I can't get it to go straight. Then I may have to put a tad of glue, but we shall see. And I might...
Miss Brenda says love the bow.
I love the colors. I love fall colors. But I think that's what I'm going to do. See if I can just tie it on back here. It's just be easier to switch out if I want wanted to than if I glue it. And I think I should be able to tie it tight enough that I shouldn't have to glue the front of it, but we'll see. You could wrap this handle. Okay. Let's cut this off. Of course, if you wanted to do double-sided, you could do fall on this side, Christmas on this side, and then just take off the fall bow. I always like things that can be used more than just one season. Okay, that's kind of thick. I'm not sure what I want to. I brought several things. I brought some brown buttons, some orange buttons, and then I thought maybe even these little glitter ball things. What?
What's less?
More. Got to have a bow or a button or something right there, Ed. So in other words, you like this one with nothing on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Less is more.
Let's see what orange looks like on there. Of course, you could even do 2 shades of orange. The bow is almost too thick for anything. I don't have any of the pretty blue. I don't think I'd like the round things. I think it needs to be something flat. And that's too big. I forgot where I got these brown buttons. I think Walmart, but y'all, it has some of the cutest different shapes, and there's one that's a flower. It's got big ones and little ones, and it's a little thick. I may have too many ribbons in there. I actually think I like that, where the bottom one's brown and the top one is orange. So we're going to go with that. All right, let me get some of this out of my way. Back over here. Ed, can you put these in the sink, please?
Yes.
It'll wash off. Okay. I think that's what we're going to do. So let me get my glue. Now you could also, instead of tying it with jute, you could have just tied it with a ribbon and left it. This is where you get to really be crafty and do your thing. Of course, there's glue strings everywhere, but you know how you can get rid of those too. Just a little bit of thing over your heat gun to get rid of those glue cobwebs. Okay. So there's that one. It's kind of thick. I may have to put a little bit of glue there. Can you see that one? Okay, somebody. Carrie said something about Randy dealing with something.
Been dealing with a toothache for 2
Oh,
days now.
gosh.
Tomorrow he goes to the dentist and he's in a lot of pain.
Oh, well, good. Ed had a toothache here a couple of weeks ago. He was up like at 6:30 one Sunday morning going to Walmart to get some toothache medicine to put on it. I hate going to the dentist. I absolutely hate going to the dentist, but a toothache and an earache are pretty hard to ignore.
Brenda said Jamie and Kristen have COVID.
Oh.
Kristen's still sick.
Yeah, I actually took a COVID test today because I've been gone a good bit this weekend, and I was fine this morning, and just boom, it hit me, and I felt so sick on my stomach. I had a little bit of a runny nose, but there's so much going on this week, and I need to go get my B12 shot, and so it's almost like I ate something that made me sick, or I took my medicine on an empty stomach and it made me sick. But just to be safe, I went ahead and took a COVID test, and it was negative. So, thank goodness. I don't guess we've had it at all yet. Hopefully we don't. All right, so that's our projects for tonight. These two really cute, and you definitely can do the other side, make them double-sided. Do fall on one side, turn it over and do Christmas on the other, or do an everyday something. But this was using the transfers, the rub-on transfers from Magnolia Design. They should be getting them back in a week or so. But your thank you gift this week, hashtag transfer, you're going to get this sheet of transfers. Now, I'll tell you, I will take it and cut it in half so that I don't have to put it in a big box. I'll fix it where I could put it in like a 5x7, but it'll be a brand new transfer. But I'll figure out how to cut around these pumpkins to where I can get 2 pieces instead of 1. And then you're going to get this little board with it. So that hashtag transfer. So that's it for tonight. Thank y'all for being here. Come back and be with me Thursday night, and we are going to make one of those wreaths out of ribbon and the chunky yarn and just a Dollar Tree frame. So I will see y'all Thursday at 6 o'clock. Again, I appreciate when you hop on and join us and spend a little bit of your time with us. See you. And Brenda, I'll get this in the mail to you, and I will see y'all Thursday. Bye-bye.